Out of the millions of people who watched our videos on Morse code comic lettering, only one person brought this up. Do you even need to show it's Morse code in the lettering? Can't you just have a bubble with text formatted similar to a telegram receipt? Rectangular bubble stylized like typewriting if possible? Now you're talking my language. I'm surprised I didn't think of this, because you're right, a telegram is technically a visualization of Morse code, albeit in a very roundabout way. But I'm a huge fan of movies and books from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, so this is totally in my wheelhouse. Honestly, I think using a telegram-styled word balloon isn't really about showing Morse code, but it is incredible if you're trying to communicate a character with an over-the-top, retro-style transatlantic accent.
Maybe it was yesterday, Hildy. Been seeing me in your dreams?
I want to do this telegram lettering similar to how I did the elaborate contract in our business vampire video. And if you haven't seen that, it goes into much more detail on the process of creating comic lettering. But I love these old Western Union telegrams, especially the off-white paper and distinctive header. In fact, I think we could approximate the Western Union font to actually put our character's name at the top of each dialog box. So I'll use a serif font and give it some extra decorations. From what I can tell, these old telegrams were teletype, printed on strips of something called gum paper. So you could cut and paste the message line by line. The result is a teletype font sitting on light-colored strips. It's a really classic look that also provides a practical solution for a problem I've talked about before, which is the risk of your comic coming back darker than expected from the printer. These light bars help ensure legibility, separating the actual dialogue from the shading and detailing in the actual dialogue box. Telegrams also had these numbers added at the top of each message, so we can even number our characters' dialogue boxes, which is fun. And as a lot of you pointed out, messages sent via Morse code, or in this case telegram, were often kept short for practical reasons like time or expense. But to add more information, I think we can borrow this stamp look for some fourth wall breaking meta commentary. Back then, this extra info was added by a Western Union employee with a real rubber stamp, and for some reason usually in purple, from what I can find. I tried formatting this style of dialogue box in an exchange with a character who speaks in normal, white, round speech balloons, and I actually find it really charming with a tail added. But if you think it's still ridiculous to use a real telegram with this much detail in an actual comic, then once again I ask you to watch our business vampire video, because it shows you the design process of what I call refined reduction, where you take something like this and extract a simpler version out of it while maintaining the same charm.